Hi there, this is Sylvia from WigsToppers.com. I'm just here to do a little review on this piece. It's a front lace wig, human hair. I got it in a really yellow blonde color so I could tone it to whatever color I wanted. I'm hoping to dye this one like a white blonde. I have a person who is looking into this, and it's for like a cosplay outfit, so it has to be all white. But yeah, so I'm just going to do a little review on this just to show the inside of it, and if anybody is interested in this wig, I can purchase it for you and like customize it however you want. So it's got natural parting. It's a 6x13, so that means that the parting goes all the way back 6 inches. So I have a pretty large head, and I always have a hard time finding a wig that the part goes all the way back. So if you want that part to go all the way back to the back of your head, you have to get the 6x13 lace, okay? And here, you can part it whichever way you want, and you know, doesn't look, if you want it to look really natural, you should get like a silk one, or you can put like a beige cap underneath so then you can see scalp. So there you can kind of see the knots, but you know, for cosplay it'll be just fine, and for everyone else it's just fine too. So you can part it any way you want. For my client, I think he wants to just like kind of brush it all back. Okay, so when you brush it all back, you've got this lace, so this lace has to be glued or taped onto the front there, and you would obviously cut this off. So first you would glue it down, you know, press it down. I can give you some tips on that, but there's a lot of stuff online. You can use double-sided tape, got to be hairspray, or just like a wig glue. Okay, so you press that down, you put the glue on, and you press that down, and it's also on the sides. So if you want the hair, it's hard for me to hold this thing. So see, on the sides, it's really natural there too. So if you're going to be wearing it in a ponytail down at the base of your neck, it's going to look really natural. So this lace would all be cut off, but they do this just so they can get that natural looking hairline around your face. So it looks like it's coming right out of the scalp. This is like a larger cap size. So I would say it's like a, I'll measure it, but it fits me, and I have a big head. So I'm gonna say it's maybe a 22.5 to 23. And the length is pretty long. So what I'm gonna do is measure it from the top of the head and then down to the bottom, and that's 24 inches, all right? So there's a lot of wispy parts on the bottom. Yeah, so the longest wispy part, 24 inches, and then it's a little bit shorter like on the sides, and then it goes longer in the back. It'll all be able, like you can tie it all back into a ponytail if you want. So this, I'll be able to color this. So I did put a toner on this. I'm just gonna do like a little shampoo cocktail or like a color remove on that. I'm trying not to damage it too much, just for a quick second to get that toner off. And then I'm gonna put a white toner on it. So I like to use like the Kenra 10 SM, which is like a silver metallic, and it turns out really nice. So it has like a little bit of a bluish purplish tone to it, and after 1 or 2 washes it's nice and white. So this is the inside of the cap. So these are wefts sewn back and forth. Wefts is where the hair is sewn on like a piece of, like it's on a string, like all that hair is sewn. So this piece, when you take that off, it's like long strands of hair just hanging down. So that's called a weft. So the wefts are back and forth here. This is a piece of lace here as well, so you would just cut that off. You can like glue that down to the base of your neck as well, and then cut it just like you would around the face, and that would help hold it down. These things here, so they're combs as well, so if you have hair, you can comb those. So hairspray where the combs would go, or like do a little back comb and just hairspray the crap out of it, and then you put this comb kind of in it, and that hairspray and the back combing will help hold this in a little bit more. So there's one on the top and one on the bottom, so that would be like right about here and right about here. So you'd have the combs, and there's also combs on the sides, so behind your ears on each side, and that really helps to secure. And this is close above the top part, so see, you can part it anywhere you want there. And then this is the side lace, so there's hairs here that have been sewn, like crocheted on individually. This is all done, you know, by hand, one by one. So it's a little more expensive when you have something like this, but it's way worth it because it looks so much more natural. If it's a little bit too big, you can use these little things to kind of move them more in. If you need it to be larger, you can just kind of like take that right off. And if you need it to be larger even more, you can even just like cut this elastic so it will be a little bit bigger. I'd be kind of hesitant to do that, but if you really need this wig to work and you need a larger wig, you can cut this elastic on the edge. Okay, so let's see how big this is around. So to measure your head, you would just take a string or like a soft measuring tape and go right to the bottom of your neck, behind the ears, and then across where your hairline is, or where you want your hairline to be. And then, so mine is 22 and a half, I told you, big, 22 and a half, but that's okay. It's not big, it's normal. What's normal these days, right? Okay, let's see, 22 and a half is me. Okay, so for this wig, I'm just measuring all around the biggest setting. Okay, so that one is 23. So it's 23 inches. So I think this would fit a large head. And petite, I don't think so. You know, like 20, 21, I don't think it'll fit. But you know, we can make it work, definitely, because like I can MacGyver that and like make it like smaller. It might not like fit very well, but if you're just going to be putting it into a ponytail, that would work. But I'm thinking maybe like, I don't know, it will fit. We'll make it work. And then with the tone, yeah, we'll make that work too, depending on you know, what color you want. I can always figure out how to do it. I'll show you here. I have one on the side that I've colored white, so if anybody's interested in like a white wig or a topper, I can always color a blonde wig white. One second. Okay, so this one here was bright yellow when I first got it, and now I put like a grayish white tone on that. You might be able to see a little bit of a blue hue, but I think that's the color that you want if you want like a white. If you don't see a little bit of that grayish blue, then it's going to be more blonde. And if that really bothers you, just 1 or 2 washes and it'll go away. All right, so, you know, that would look nice, I think. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna put it on here so you can see what it would look like in a ponytail. Hold on. Okay, so I've tied it back and I pinned down the lace so you can see around the hairline. So that would be around your temples, and like your ear would be here. And depending on where your ear would be, you can cut it up if your ears are higher. So you just cut it up and then this would all be gone. But that part would be glued onto your head, or you can even just use the tape. Honestly, tape is the easiest. Just say if you're just going to use it for, you know, an afternoon or like a show or something. There's that. So I just lightly kind of put it back, and this is the lace in the back, so you would cut that as well. You could tape it, but you don't have to. Like if you put the ponytail a little bit lower down, that would hide that for sure, but you would just cut that. So and then you could slick it back a little bit more if you need it. This hair hasn't been like straightened or anything, so we could straighten it to make it like really, really flat here, or you can even just leave it like that. I think that would be kind of cool. Yeah, so it looks good. The hairline looks great. But yes, this is like a human hair wig, and then the lace there and the length. Those three factors make it a little bit more expensive than just like a synthetic wig that you would wear for Halloween. So this is like, it's stepped up a little bit. All right. So if you have any questions about this wig here, let me know. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.